Hello, 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 story time. Hello, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, happy stream day, happy Easter, all that good jazzy stuff. Hope you're all doing very well. Obviously, we are jumping in with a stream. We are going to have a little bit of fun converting this box set, which was very kindly sent to me by Underworld Gaming, which is the logo that's, sorry, it's backwards for where they're pointing here. They sent me this box set to do some content and stuff with, so a big thank you to them. And of course, they sent it, and it is all on the wrong bases. What are the, I don't know what these roundy things are, but it's not for me, so I have laser cut out some appropriate bases to swap these guys out with, and I'm going to be building these and putting them on square bases and ranking them up and making them look awesome, and I'm excited. The sacrilege of the square. Desolate 7 gets it. Over on YouTube, we have Chief. What's happening, buddy? Would like a ghoul army. I already have a gigantic ghoul army for Age of Sigmar. Like 3 Terrorgeist and a zombie dragon and like 80 infantry and like, I don't know how many, 18 of the large. I got everything. It's crazy. It's a massive, massive army. All painted as well. Chris Kingley, wait, what? What? I'm in. What are you in for, buddy? That sounds like a prison question. Lovely humans. Thank you, Felix. Hope you're doing well. Howdy, howdy. Good evening, Peter Miller, Stogie. Okay, what have we got going on the old Twitcheroo? White Wolf is here. Glyn is here. Hello, hello, hello. Kabrinsky is here. Desolate 7, welcome to the stream. Glad you made it in. Hendrickson. Lots of good evenings. Axelon, which is of course over in Dublin right now. So he is actually catching a stream during the light of day, which is a bit madness. So I hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're enjoying your trip back to your second home. We'll be catching up soon. Colin's Painting Adventure is here. Evening, folks. Hope everyone has a lovely long Easter weekend. Yeah. I've reclaimed a bunch of old Stormcast to reinforce my Argent Sentinel chapter host of Sigmarines and 6 boxes of books. How are you going to bring 6 boxes of books back on a flight? It's going to cost you an arm, a leg, and another arm. Actually, Gibson is here. Now, the storage was... The only casualty in the storage was some card game stuff died of house flooding, which have been deemed acceptable losses. I was gifted a 30k tank and a guard leader yoke on horse. I'll see how to convert. Nice. I'm even more impressed with your Void Dragon because painting the gold trim on those Chaos Space Marines is doing my head in. Yeah. The Colin's Painting Adventure subscribed with his Prime 17 months. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Hey ho. Makes it sound like you're like gonna start Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Hey ho. Irish vampire counts. Okay, we need lore. Vampires are Irish. Dracula. Never mind. Okay, we need lore. We need a potato through the heart to kill them. That's so racist, you motherfucker. Had to order a replacement 8-bound. One went missing. How did you lose an 8-bound? That's a big model to lose. Anticipating the meetup? Yes. Yes. How do all? Hope everyone's having a good week so far. Yes. New movie Sinners has an Irish vampire as well. 6 boxes worth of the... Is worth the amputations. Irish vampire blood is black stuff. I see. What do we got over here? James, can't wait for the new Lord on Zombie Dragon. Definitely going for a Blood Dragon Von Karstein army. Of course. The only correct way to do that model. I've got a bone to pick with you, actually. Bring it on, buddy. I'll fight you. You were talking about your affiliate link with Element from the UK, but you said England. We Scots are not amused. I do apologize. But it does count for you too. You may use the affiliate link from the United Kingdom. I should call it United Kingdom, shouldn't I? You're right. You're right. You're totally right. It's the affiliate link for the United Kingdom. Is that the right way of saying that? I hope so. It was in one of your new videos. Hopefully it didn't stop you using the affiliate link and helping me out here, guys, you know? So, yeah. Am I taking the little one to Warhammer World for Saturday for her birthday? Looks like I'll be buying some Deepkin. She loves fish and turtles. Perfect army. How to kill an Irish vampire. Use a mirror. Point at the sun. Mirrors don't work. What? I tell him that often and he doesn't remember. I'm sorry. I know how terrible it is to be called English. It's the worst thing in the world. Right, I'm officially opening the... cracking the seal. And I've literally not even opened this thing yet. So we shall be... Let's go to the actual scene and see it properly. First of all, let's look at the... Like, the models in it are unbelievable looking. I'm not quite sure how much of this I will get constructed in this stream, but... That's a lot of sprue. Are these duplicates? They look like duplicates. That's the same as that. And that's the same as that. And that's the same as that. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's just the wrong way around. So they're all the same sprue. Okay, so that's like 5 guys to a... Interesting. And then this is the big dude on horse. And then this is the 5 new Black Knight style models. And then some other crap that I don't really care about. Because Age of Sigma! I mean, it is stunning. Like, look at that book. Look at this for, like, what your books are stored in. Like, people talk about these box sets being super expensive, and I get that, but they do put a lot of work into them. Like, this is just where you get your books and your cards and stuff. They bother to make this. Filled with unbelievable artwork. And you flip it over and you get the whole spread, and then you get this book. Look at this, Jesus Christ. What a book. Gold edged. Fear the rattling tread of fleshless soldiers, and dread the scrape of tomb blades drawn from ancient scabbards. The armies of Crypt and Barrow are on the march. How cool is that? And then some cards and shite. Who cares about that? You can all fuck off. Every time he does it, I will move the welcome to England sign back 10 meters. Reclaim some lost land. I'm okay with that. Love your commitment to old world. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. I'm trying really, really hard. The undead will rise again in the old world, or when Gilu gets their logistics in order. I've got this box too, buzzing to add it to my vampire army. I've still got 40 of the fantasy skeletons to do that. No, nice. Are you doing Afraid to Sigmar as well, or are you doing it for old world? What's the plan here? As an Englishman, I feel attacked. Well, now you know how we feel. Good luck. Vampires that move to Scotland, they can move about in the day. Lol. Fish and chips on my trip so far on Burdocks today, and it was filling. Yeah, it would be. All of it, Andy. All of it. Please say they're going on square. Of course they're going on square bases. The Kroot one is also delicious. Great presentation. The Kroot was amazing. Good evening, Medusa. We're govs apparently today. Nice. All for the old world, the correct choice. Right, so let's build. The first guy is the problem that I'm going to be having. Because, like, he's meant to fit on one of these. He's not fitting on one of those. He's on an 80mm round base. So the White King on Skeletal Steed, we are going to have a problem with. I've done something with another model, but I can't show it off yet. Where I just used 2, which makes I didn't have any 50x50s cut out, so I used 2 to make a 50x50, which would take the place of 2 models in a ranked unit of cavalry, which I think is fine to do. But I don't think this is going to fit at all. So his big, beautiful scenic base might have to get dumped. And I may have to just make him fit on a normal cavalry base. We're going to build him entirely before we build the base. And then we'll kind of see where we're at from there. And see if we can make this work. We should probably get some banging tunes on. Yeah. Graveguard fit nicely on square base. Oh, I've no doubt they're gonna look so good. Bunch of old vampires got skeletons, zombies. Would you like them as donations? I do need zombies. I don't know. Build it up high. There's high, and then there's fitting something that's on an 80mm base. Like, here's what it's trying to fit on. That ain't gonna work. So like I said, without the scenic base, I may be able to make this work. I shall give it an LGO and see where we're at. Yeah, we're on a little hype train going, level 1 hype train. Maybe we'll hit it, maybe we won't. Tim Shobby Prime, 33 months. Gracias. Keep up the old world content. I intend to keep up the old world content forever. Every Wednesday, for as long as everyone will allow me, I will continue to do it. White Wolf gifted 5 tier 1 subs. That's a total of 363 to the channel, pushing us to a hype train. Thank you so much, buddy. Very, very kind. Revenant gifted tier 1 sub, total 13 to the channel. Thanks, buddy. Very much appreciated. You guys are all very kind. We need another old world game. We do, buddy. I haven't played in... I don't even want to say how long it's been since I played old world, but it's kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna start cutting out parts of this little horsey, getting him cleaned up, and I do hope that I can get him to fit on a regulators size base. Perhaps not. I feel like we got a White King on horse like not long ago. There's not one in the combat patrol box. Like, what's the difference between him and the one I'm currently building? And he isn't the one that we got a while ago. He's only a couple of years old as well. Why did I cut that bit out? Why did I just cut out part 39 like I was doing something? That was a random thing I did. Anyone would give the yes. Gift subs, be sure to make yes. What was the last game system you played? What was the last game system I played? Blood and Plunder on Salute, actually. Not Salute, at Adepticon. It's possible to make a bonus White King on foot by combining the White Lord torso with a pair of spare Barrow Guard legs. But like, why would you have a bonus torso for the guy on the horse? You'd just be sacrificing the guy on horse to get him, right? There's not 2 torsos. You probably could make one on foot, but you'd lose the one on horse. I guess it's up to you, though. All the YOLO keep the yes. Isn't the case that if you call a Scot English, it usually ends up in a gentle scuffle? Yeah, same thing calling an Irishman Englishman or anyone else an Englishman. I had to cut down the bases, and mine came with a build fake sides and such. Hard to describe, sadly. No, there is a White Lord as well. But what is this? This is a White King. I feel like it's just a replacement for that guy, is it? Or am I losing the plot? Are you 21? Where is a 22? Really big shoes. I still haven't put any music on. The deathly quiet is starting to affect my morality, and I must remedy that. And also I must consume vast amounts of Red Bull. White Lord as well, torso. Huh? I've seen it on Reddit, I think. I was showing the after. Hydrate, yes, sir. Let me just get some banging bass, man. What does vampire music sound like? What would a vampire's music? Vampiric Dark Romance Piano. Has anyone listened to Dark Romance Piano for an hour and 4 minutes? What the? Oh, there's a Curse of Strahd, official Curse of Strahd soundtrack. That works. Yeah. Hello, all. Hello, hello, hello. Blade Club night. What? Does anyone else answer Andy as if he can hear you? No. No, no. That's a problem you have right there. Oh, that's the stuff. That's bloody gorgeous. Right. Where is the spinal column of this hussy? Also known as part 15. Part 15, anybody? Oh, our hype train has ended. Open, share. That is a weird emote. There you go. Would it not be a church organ rather than a piano? I mean, probably. Is that too loud? Everyone let me know if that's too loud, by the way. Give me back my brain cells, please. No! They're out now. Since you weren't at the game on Saturday, you gotta bring D&D dice to Warhammer World. We might run a one-shot during one of the night. Interesting. It's not a bad idea. Does Mediocre Hobbies lore answer Mediocre Hobbies even? Yeah, pretty much. What even is this emote? I don't even know. Vampire music sucks. That's harsh, man. Death just subscribed, though, just so you're aware. Death literally just subscribed. So obviously the vampire music is doing somebody for somebody. Would listen to stuff like Wagner, yeah, well, true. Classical stuff, yeah. That's heavily copyrighted, though. 25, the severed head of your enemies. And then we put the legs of the rider on next, apparently. Models are built so strange these days. 26 and 27. Is there an alternate build for? Oh, there's alternate builds. That's what you were talking about. There's a White King and a White Lord. Apologies. And you're wondering what torso pieces they share. So that's 28, 29. 28, 29, 36, 30. Okay. And the green one is 41, 42, 44, 43. Yeah, probably. If you were to do it, I would probably suggest using the pink one for the on foot version, because I think he'll be the easiest to get away from the reins, and he has both his hands filled with cool stuff, so the big side thing and his shield. The green one I think interacts with the horse a little bit more, so it might be harder. But yeah, you could definitely do that. I didn't realize it was an alternate build. That's what you were talking about. That's what you were waffling on about. Damo was playing to get some stage. The old new mounted White King is no longer on the website. See, why did they get rid of him? He was gorgeous and not old. I have one somewhere on Sprue. I need to get that sorted. Mr. Alderon, he does come in I think he comes in like the combat patrol box or the start collecting box or something. I don't know whether he still does. So even if you can't get him individually, you might be able to grab one of the leftover boxes of that. Clearly vampires, yes. Rocky Road? Apologies if this has been covered. Do folks think that the legacy armies will be redone once they've released all the core factions? I think a lot of them will. And I definitely think that the first two will be Skaven and Vampire Counts. That's my predictions. Yeah, I think so. I think some of them, like Dark Elves, yes, but not all. The old White King will move over to the old world line eventually. Potentially, yeah. It's off the site too, so I'll have to see if a third party still has it getting started. Yeah, check Nathan's shop, or if you need to, Air Hobbies maybe. See if you can get your mitts on one. This is a tad too loud, isn't it? Do we like this music, or do we think we should change the music? Is it working for people or not working for people? The music is a bit distracting. Change. Okay, we'll change. If that were to distract you, you would stand no chance against Strahd. Not really banging. Yeah. Will we just go for Vice vibes again? Just never lets me down. I just love it. Every time I do, every time like the music like this plays and I'm like making stuff, and I feel like it's some sort of montage from an 80s movie. Hello, Andy. Quick question. Do you get more revenue when we are watching on YouTube or Twitch? I get no revenue for watches. Nada. Watching does nothing monetarily for us. The best thing to do is to sign up to the Patreon, become a channel member, or sign up to subscribe on Twitch. When you're any of those three things, obviously we will get an income from it. But yeah, I don't know why she's saying Twitch. We don't get a revenue for watches, which I know is weird because everything else is based on that. But you know, yeah, donate all of your money. Okay, this one, and then the spinal column. Oh, it goes in like here. Very, very nice. Very good connection. Very good connection. I like that. I like that a lot. Very cleverly done. Even if I forgot to clean up the skeleton column before, damn it. Well, the goal is to get Twitch partner. Twitch is the best place to watch. Yeah, I would love to get Twitch partner. Like that's the be all. Like one of the biggest goals for me is to become a Twitch partner. Like get out to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, become Twitch partner. Two biggest goals out there. But I need, I think, 70 or 75 concurrent viewers on Twitch. Like that needs to be your average viewers. So, like, even now we would be on it now. If everyone that was watching on YouTube watched on Twitch now, we would have that right number. And if we just kept that concurrent for like a month, then they would recognize that as being like a success. And then I would have to stream an extra day a week, by the way. When you're a partner, in order to be a partner, you have to stream 3 times a week as a bare minimum. So that would be cool. That would be a really big day. How do I keep forgetting parts? Doom, 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 doom. Just join the stream. Is this the new White Lord? It is the new White Lord indeed, but it will be going on a square base and being used for my old world vampire accounts army. Consistent viewers is a pain in the backside. Yeah, it's shocking. Like right now I've got 78 viewers, but they're spread across 2 platforms, unfortunately. And now I'm here. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Why are you not staying together very well? Just joined putting the kid to sleep so no sound consumed. Please tell me what kit is being built. Yes, sir. It is the... I'm building the new Soulbright Gravelord's Death Rattle Army set. So that contains 20 of the new skeletons, the new White Lord on Horsey, and 10 new Black Knights. So they're all going to be put on square bases and used for Old World. I do wonder if the... Well, we'll find out together, buddy. He won't work on his scenic base, but I think he will work otherwise. I think it will look really cool. That'd be really standout. I was always a big fan of vampire counts in the Old World. I played them for a number of years as well. And I did a huge army of them for Age of Sigmar, fully painted up. Yeah, it's the last full Age of Sigmar army really that I did, actually. God, it looks good. How do you go on? And what do you do? Oh, Scheiße. Ah, Butterfingers. Butterfingers. Very zoomed out, am I? So this is the Death Rattle Horsey without the bottom half of him. So this is the dimensions of him on the... So he will fit nicely on the base. I will build it up a little bit. As long as the rider isn't doing any mad flourishes left or right, he should rank up okay. He can flourish himself one way, whichever way that is, because I can just put him at the end of a unit, which should be fine. He ignored the part about you not having sound and is chatting away. Shit. Ah, beans. You should also remind people if they have Amazon Prime TV, they get a free Twitch subscription that they should use on me. Yeah, you should. And if you've got YouTube Premium, you get a free YouTube follow thingy, I think. Once again, should be used on us. We should definitely redo our Tomb Kings v Vampire game. But maybe when vampires get a book, so it's a little bit more fair. Because Tomb Kings are pretty good right now. Nice. That's a lot. 3,500 points. Gets back some classic undead instead of vampire counts specifically. What do you mean by that? I'm both here and on YouTube, and if everyone on YouTube likes the stream, it will get more attention. And yeah, it's true. Everybody should just be on both. Always. If you're on your phone, you got a phone, you can be on that too. It's that whole thing of wanting to do it all correctly. Like, there's enough smartphones left over in my house that I could probably link up like 10 of them and have 10 more viewers every. But that's cheating. It's not real. I don't want to be that guy. Okay, so am I building a Wight King on Skeletal Steed, or am I building a Wight Lord on Skeletal Steed? Oh, he's got a big fin on his head and better armor. Oh, I like him. The scythe or the sword? The sickle is really cool. Oh, it's on the one I like. Okay, let's build this guy. He's a cool sculpt, right? We like him. Like, shield and sword is like so common, which I really like it, but like it's really common. This cool big. I don't even know what this weapon is called. I keep calling it like a sickle, but it's not really a sickle. It's like a. It has a name, but I don't know what it is. I'm here too now. Nice. Does it count if you have this sound? No, the sound doesn't make a difference. Like a halberd. Yeah, but like a cavalry wielded halberd. As the army is the old style undead, you don't have to have a vampire instead. Kind of necromancer. Yeah, you can still do that. Susan. That's how you listen to mediocre surround sound. Lol. I like the sword better. It's a war axe. Is that a war axe? Maybe. Ooh. It's a, like, this is the sword and it's like a scimitar. I've never liked scimitars. I like a good straight sword. I don't know why. Scimitar just never did it for me. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. 36.29. 36 and 29. 36 and 29. Are you on the other side? Where's 36 and 29? Why do I struggle so? Oh, 36 is top of his head. 36 is this, the spinal column and then the top of his owl hat. Is your face on this one? It is. Gorgeous. And 29 is just a back piece. There we go. Now we're cooking. We also need 37, his beautiful crown. What else we got? We need 38, 30, and 31. Let us find these components. I have succeeded in finding pot 38. 38, 30, that's 46, you buffoon. The level of buffoonery. 39. How did I not see it the first time? What the hell? 39? Hey, listen. Oh, you're broken. That's not good. 40. Where's 39? Oh, it's that thing I cut off earlier. Yeah. And I was like, why did I cut this off earlier? See, this is why I don't cut stuff off early. I nearly forgot that I did that. 33 for some thigh armor. Doesn't even have thighs anymore. Okay. See what weapons on the other riders you can swap. No, I'm okay with I like the, like I said, the Sickly Moon one. Use the axe arm, but use some metal rod to convert into a spear. No, I'm good. I like the way it is. But curved swords are more likely on horseback. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I actually own an actual cavalry saber, like one that was used. It's like 200 years old. So yeah. Breaking news: Irish YouTuber admits anti-scimitar bias. Story at 11. Give it a lance from the Barrow Kings or the Barrow Knights. No, I like I said, I have the other one that I will build, and that has a lance and spear, so I'm okay with that. Have you built any of the Barrow Guard yet? Really grouchy. The arm sockets are all different, so you can't easily mix and match. I haven't. I'll be building them after this, with whatever time I have left. So yeah, if you want to stick around for a few minutes, I will. After I get this guy cleaned up and built and on a cool base, then I'll be building them. Yeah, I'm okay with them. I talked about this the other day. I'm okay with mono pose miniatures because of how like not good models look when they, like when you give a model the option to be posed, the poses never look good. The weapons never sit in hands right, or they're never braced against shoulders correctly, or you know, they're not in really heroic poses. I understand for basic infantry it's kind of annoying because it's 4 sprues of 5 dudes. That's what you get in the box. So you're just getting the same 5 models 4 times, which can be irritating, but yeah, that's life. Let's give him a storm bolter. That's sometimes how it feels when people just keep throwing suggestions at me. You mad people. do 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 do. Guys, I've been on a 3D printing binge the last few days. Struggling with a new machine, so hopefully I can fine tune it and get the prints. Like, it's not the prints that are coming out are perfect, but there seems to be a gap in the build plate, and whatever's in that particular portion of the build plate just never comes out. So I need to sort that out. It's annoying me, but I have a video coming up where I test a machine and I print out every single model from Trench Crusade. So I've been printing off every single model from Trench Crusade over the last couple of days, which has been quite fun. Some really crazily beautiful sculpts in there. It's nice to try and break all the units apart in my head and figure all them out. I would love to have Vampire Count's armor with the AOS minis, but wondered about scale creep. We'll have to listen once my very own Night Ghoul goes down. Yes. Big thank you, mate. Your WE tutorials. World Eaters? Is that what that means? Have helped me greatly. Almost finished my army. Exactly the same scheme as you, bro. Man, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad they're helping you out. Helping you out. Screen failure. No. Okay, so this is his back, and then how do I get? Oh, does it go like this? Oh, very good, very good. Screen failure. No, it doesn't seem. I've done screen tests. It doesn't seem to be a screen failure. I hope it's not a screen failure. When I did the test, it came up all good. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, if I feel like it's just an alignment problem. Like, I need to level the build plate. But I'll show you the picture that I have, which is, where's my phone? I have this picture to show you like I sent this to the company that does the printer because I'm like, what's going on here? Like, it's in the middle. Like, this whole build plate was full of stuff. So this big gap in the middle is where there was prints. And I know you're just like, oh, you've just had some fails. That's normal. But I've printed off like 6 build plates, and this gap in the build plate every time all the parts are haven't worked. But like, I don't understand if it was a corner. I'd be like, okay, the build plate's not level. I need to change it. But obviously, it's perfectly level here, 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 here. How would that not be level then? So I'm quite confused. Hearing people talk about 3D printers makes me really want a friend who is super into 3D printing, all the benefits, none of the... Yeah, it's a whole hobby. I've said it a million times. It's a whole hobby. It's a whole hobby I actually quite enjoy. Don't ask me why. I just genuinely do enjoy 3D printing, and kind of having little fights with the printer and making them work again it's all kind of part of it. Yeah, I have zero interest in any of it except for the end results. Yeah, I know. That's why I keep printing stuff for you. Yeah, World Eaters. Nice. The World Eaters. Okay. How do I get the rest of these parts on? Let's put your back piece on first. That's the go-to move here, I think. Where's your other arm? Looks like the light is being blocked. Check inside and make sure you don't have something inside where the UV light is. So that's not the case, because there is small nubs. Like the start of the print is stuck to the FEP at the end of the print. Just like the first 6 or 8 layers have printed and are just stuck to the FEP. So light is getting through. They're just for some reason not adhering at that point. Since weeks, every time I say World Eaters, I say it in Arnold Schwarzenegger. World Eaters. No clue why. Printing something you know has worked perfectly in the past on a previous machine, in case it's a print themselves. It's loads of different prints. Like I said, all the ones around the area are printing fine. They're all from the same folders, all from the same files. It's a pain in the arse. forgot to put on his head. See, 16, 17. I was like, where do I put the horse's head? Whoops. Doodaloo. Plates aren't always exactly flat. Sometimes all it takes is the increasing of initial exposure time. You think that? Yeah, that might do it. Just create a more solid bond for the... I used to do that with my like very first printer. Whenever I was struggling, I used to do like crazy exposure and like proper like 10 layers to start with, just to really lock it onto the build plate. And that did solve most of my problems. Just modern day printers just don't need that kind of refinement anymore. I'm just so used to slapping on machines that like level themselves and everything. Okay, does this thing go? Okay, yeah, it does. Okay. Oh, I missed that bit. No, I didn't. How do you go on? Well, we got this. Nobody panic. There you go. Like, I don't dislike this model at all in any way, shape, or form. I think it's absolutely immense. I think the old one was nicer. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. I'm missing an arm piece. I am 34. There's another arm piece. I knew there was another piece. And where's the horn? You have the horn there, but you're not telling me where to put on the horn. Oh. There's loads more. Let's just find the arm piece first. Where's 34? There you are. If you hold a straight edge diagonally across the plate, you can see if any. That's a good thing to do. Yeah. Plate tenting, yeah. I'll try a few things. It's only really this morning when they printed again, I was like, that's the same spot over and over again. So I haven't really had a lot of time to kind of fight with it and try and make it work. 40, 32. Are you 30? No, you're 40. I'll take you. Come here to me. I need 24 because that's the... No, why are you still not telling me to put on the horn? These are just... No, where, what? You shit. $32, $40, $35. Where does the horn go on? When does it go on? It's in the picture, but no part of the instructions tells me when it's supposed to go on. Interesting. Guess I'll just figure it out. Bad instructions. Hello, Mr. Hive Tyrant. How are you? Might be a weird spot, maybe. Question to all. I am painting the spearhead terrain at the moment and used skeleton horde for the bricks as a light sandstone color. How could you paint this? The what? Hydrate. Yes, sir. the horn is already on in this one. I think that's it. It doesn't actually tell you. It just has a blue picture of a horn. But it goes on before the legs go on. And I have the legs firmly on. But it just hangs off the back of the saddle there. It should go on okay. We'll be grand. I love the great intentions I have on these streams with how much I'm going to get done. We're 50 minutes in and I haven't got the first bloody model built. I know it's the most complicated model in the kit, but still. Good, ate some words. You sure did. What does that mean? Felix painted the train at some paint I would use for skeletons. Okay, so you go on there, do you? It's an interesting spot for you. Sure, we'll add some glue and we'll just put, everything will fall into place. Okay, let's get that arm on. Did I clean that up properly? Or at all? No? Great! Okay, where's that arm? There's the arm bit. Which goes on there. Okay. Why do I keep finding bits that I haven't cleaned off properly? Let's really do a better job of cleaning off those parts. Okay, so that is the connection point, I think. So that means that this one can go on here. Okay, we got this. Nobody panic, man. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. Aren't we all? Did you mean to say good ate some worlds because you're Mr. Hive Tyrant? See, if I wasn't also dyslexic, I might would have got that. I dry brush zombie dust onto spearhead terrain with the sandstone. Nice. I look Agros Dunes with the dry brush. I like starting skeletons with Agros Dunes. It's a much darker tone than Skeleton Horde, and I think it does work really, really well. No rest for skeletons. A skeleton horde, dry brush, you shall be bone. Wash with black or brown. I go for sepia for bone, but I already use a skeleton horde heavily at the sandstone brick. Agros Dunes look close to skeleton horde. Agros Dunes and skeleton horde are actually quite different. Do you have any tips for stuff to put on the base of your models? I only started Warhammer a year ago. What do you want to do? Well, like what kind of funky stuff do you want to do? I'm actually going to be building up a little bit of cork on this guy's base in a minute, so you'll get to see me do that. Why are you not going on properly? There we go. Wait for that satisfying click. Nearly there. Okay, he is built. Apart from his base. Or Gorgon to Fur. That works too. Hello, Mr. Andy Roo. How are you? I once saw a green tinted skeleton, but I can't remember the recipe. It was Squidmar did a video where he was trying to get through his backlog, and he painted up Hero Quest skeletons in green, and they look gorgeous. So maybe that was his one. If that's the one you saw, maybe. What to put in the base for models? Why, my boy, have you heard of beans? Oh, you're such a jerk. You're the worst. I'm good smashing through 10mm minis. That sounds awful. I'm sure it's great, but man, does it sound awful. Okay, I'm going to just use this simple bit of cork, which I got from IKEA, to, obviously, because this guy's meant to be on this monster scenic thingy-majigger, but that won't fit for Old World, so that's not even built. I forgot to do his shield. Remind me to put a shield on. So I'm just going to take some of this. I need to get rid of this, like, rounded edge, which is weird. Just get rid of that. We find a portion of the base that we like. Get rid of some of the excess. See if that lines up to the design. Like, is he meant to be looking up? He is. He's meant to be looking more up, isn't he? How is he built? Yeah, he's up. So, okay. So I just need some super glue to get it started. So we're just gonna lash a bunch of super glue on. I know it seems weird and kind of ungainly right now, but that's the whole point. Cork is great because you can just, like, you can mash it all together and like cut it all apart in a minute. We're just gonna get the like base structure of the base down first. So we have the, obviously the first foot will go here, and then the second foot is supposed to be higher, so it's like up here. So all we're gonna do is add a bit of super glue on to the next level. Add the cork on until we have this very ugly looking base. Not good at all yet, but we shall get there. The next thing we need to do is actually put the model in place. So I don't reckon we really need these pegs. We could use them to strengthen the connection, but that's effort. Effort that we don't really care about. So that's the connection. Is that okay? So this section is too high. That's okay though, because we can just pick away at it until it's a more suitable kind of horsey height. We take away a little bit more here so we can stand a little bit more to the side. Okay, that's pretty good. I like that. That works. He's kind of sitting on his base enough. We can make this work. So now, without any further thought process, I'm going to put a bunch of glue under the horse's feet. Horse's hooves. At least the two that are connecting. Oh, you can get a third one in there. Look at that. Nice. A third connection point. Pfft. Model's never going anywhere. So we wait for that to harden a little bit. Already getting there. Fumes are already getting to me. So anything. Make him look down at the peasant, yes. God damn it. Are you going to use the cool scenic face and just cut it up for bits? Oh, see, no, it's a really nice base. I'll save it for someone else. He says, as knowing full well that it'll never go on anything else. So, smashing through details, plural. Nah, man. You have such an eye for interior decoration. I like the boulder. It's a nice boulder. Yeah, man. A land almost entirely darkness where you just mist and dreary rain. Ah, New Zealand. Lice. Okay, so the super glue has now dried, so it's quite secure. We will be adding more super glue to the base because it hardens the cork up really nice. But now that the model is in place, we can kind of work around where his feet are and just try and make the rock formation just look a little bit more natural, which is obviously trying to get rid of all that stupid flat surfacey bit. We can eat into it as much as we want. Even make the two bases blend together a bit, so it just looks like it's a rocky overhang that he has stepped up onto. Now it's a much more natural looking rocky thing. He even puts his generic troopers on tactical. This isn't a generic trooper, this is a Wight King. How dare you? Now, I'm 6'2". Just need a little bit more super glue. Reaches in for fresh super glue. And the super glue explodes. And then, like I said, cork is not that strong, so I like to actually give this a quick coating of super glue. Just makes it go like, it turns it into basically cement. It's rock hard after that. So it'll never flake off or chip, or any of the paint won't come off it or anything like that. These fumes can get pretty strong, though. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I just need his shield. Which shield was his? Does he get the big sexy shield? I just banged my head on the camera. I'm gonna go ahead and say 35 as your shield. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, the fumes. My eyes. Who needs those? Probably going to be a nightmare. I should probably leave the shield off for sub painting, but I just won't. The super glue flows are making my eyes stick together. Okay. Now he is ready for painting. Well, spraying and then painting. I've seen the base you like, Lo. Football team didn't do well over the weekend. Got Mr. Mediocre Hobbies to get me through the week. I got you, buddy. Busy painting some jean stealers. Love the live stuff. It's an experience, I'm sure. Felix really wants me to play with that stress ball. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do I seem stressed? I mean, I've got my little tram stress ball. Okay. See, and Trug the Troll King is ready to be painted. Nice. Okay, cork might not be strong, but its accent is. Lol. Open a window. Pfft, it's quitter talk. Rinse your eyes out. Nah. That's what the tears are for. Well, Nightfall, that's good to know. I won't be reading that one out loud, but I appreciate it and kind of ditto, but that's just for our weirdness. Really like how he turned out. Don't think he needs a scenic base. I think he's going to look absolutely amazing. Love that he's like looking this way. So that means that when I put him next to a unit, this whole side is clear to have him resting against the rest of the unit of Black Knights. Now I just need to scrape the leftover bits of cork into this baggie and say nothing. What was this baggie? It was the giant, the Warhammer Giant. I've had this baggie a long time. Okay, time for generic dude. Dudes. Take this out for a second. Just have them in a unit looking cool. Yes. I love it. What is your favorite Warhammer army? I couldn't. Sorry, I super glued my thumb to my hoodie there. I couldn't possibly have an answer for that. Like I could go by perhaps game system. I could tell you like what's my favorite 40k army, what's my favorite Age of Sigmar army, what's my favorite Old World army, like that kind of style. But I couldn't just give you an overall. Vinny Vid, what's happening, buddy? Thank you very much for dropping by for one of the streams. Very much appreciated. I just spent the first hour and 10 minutes building this gentleman and getting his nice scenic base done, using him as part of the Old World army for my vampire accounts. So yeah, stupid sharp blade. Now I'm going to start building the infantry and seeing how they go together and how they rank up. Wow, the knights are so cool. They're just going to look so good on square bases ranked up, aren't they? Okay, so top 40k army is actually Imperial Guard. Astra Militarum are my favorite, which I know is kind of a boring answer because they're just dudes, but I like them. They're awesome. I love all their books and thousands and thousands of points of their army, loads of different regiments and tanks, and I just love them. Got Empire Battalion and Hero coming, so excited to start Old World. Yes, more people for the Old World. Love it. Okay, so first of all we can build a Barrow Champion. So do all the Barrow guys, obviously they either have a hand weapon and shield or a great weapon. How sexy are their shields? Their shields are pretty sexy. What way do I build them? Shiza. I don't know. Stop pressuring me. How do I build? Strange way to pronounce Drukhari. I do love Drukhari. They're up there for my favorite army. I love them so much. I have an entire pirate fleet. Always shields. Is it always shields? See, Tim says great weapons and he knows the rules better than you. The great weapons is less painting as well, because I have to paint 20 of these shields. There's enough cloth for the accent color. I mean, the basic skeletons are going to have like swords and shields. So I think great weapons is the way to go. They look so good. Look. Yeah, I'm gonna go great weapons. Which means it's time to build the champion, which will be 289 for reasons. Where are you? 2, 8, and 9. There's 8. 8. 2 is 1 used when I'm doing a normal dude. Who knows? Yes. 2 is also shared. 9 for an awesome helmet for the champion. And then it'll be 12 and 13 for his weapons. $13, 12 for gnarly pointing hand. And this will make up the first of our barrow whites. I'll just get it cleaned up and assembles. I have to go. I have dragons then tomorrow, and also I'm southern area, so I'm already dark here. So bye. See you later, Mr. Hive Turn. Thank you very much for dropping by. Aren't you afraid that with nowadays dynamic posing ranks them will be a nightmare? Yes. Have you ever seen my Marauder unit ranked up? It's an experience. I'll show it to you, but it looks really good, even though it was a nightmare. Ow. You can't tell me that this isn't a very, very sexy unit of Marauders. Look how all mingle they are, and it's like one big mass of awesomeness. I love this unit. It's so cool. But they are, yeah. They only have this specific way of ranking up. I don't know why I didn't write in their bases yet. I was about to write under their bases what they are. But yeah. It's a nightmare, but it's worth it. Sorry I'm late, Mr. Sinclair. It's all good. The party cannot truly start until you arrive. How are you? Do 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 do. Cries and Tau. Oh, I love my Tau. Tau are top 3. My battle wagon is done. Nice. Your battle wagon is incredible. It'll be interesting to see if my Tyranids actually have the kind of physical power to take down armored vehicles. There's not a lot of really heavy hitters in it. Accidentally packs custodes. Oh no, I'm so sorry, guys. Thanks for showing. Looks like a chainsaw. A jigsaw. It does look like a jigsaw puzzle. It was. I basically did this. I build them, and then as I'm building them, I'm gluing them into the tray. So then they'll all rank up properly. Do you know what I mean? I'm not just going to like build it separate to a base and then try and make them all fit in at the end. That obviously wouldn't work. This model is so sexy. I love these poses. The real menacing, like challenging poses. Oh, what a model. What a model. So obviously then he is super glued into place because plastic glue will not hold him to the MDF base. So I touch a super glue to his base. Then rank him up. So obviously he's pointing forward, so we can put him at an angle. And then we have our model. Oh, this is going to be a sexy old world army. Good. Finished my test. Bamboo and some epic Belgian artillery. Eccentric hobby. I like it. Congrats. Smug about it as a tree, Pete, but I'm dead proud. Nice. What are we building? We are building the new box set from Soulblight Gravelords, which is somewhere. Just these guys. Their new army box, but we are putting them on square bases for the old world. We built this guy first. Got him all ready to rock and roll. Ditched the scenic base they designed him with and gave him a new one to fit in with old world models. And now we're just trying to see how we rank up the new Barrow, the new Graveguard guys. This isn't their correct base though. I need this. I need this. I need another one of these trays. Because it is the 21, 3 ranks of 7 that I want. Yeah, it should be fun. Which bit's a great tip? Oh, having your tray and fitting them into it. Yeah, it's super important. So that's that one. Let's build the banner now, which is 15, 14, 15. Where's the same sprue? Let's try and take all the models out of the same sprue for now. 14, 15, 14. No, it's 41, Andy. You're reading it upside down. You blithering idiot. $14, 15. Random head topper. Is 16 a random head topper? I don't know. Sure. Sure. Maybe it's not. It'll be fine. Switched over to Twitch, feeling much more comfortable here when watching streams. I'm the same. I like watching them on Twitch myself, buddy. Pictures of the bottle wagon. The lictor can give it a good licking. Was 3 lictors on a death leap versus 4 lictors. See what 4 lictors can do. Have you built / painted Krondis or Kazrai, Big Stormcast Dragon? Yes. It was fun. One of them's over there, I think. Hold on. Yeah, I've got a video on my channel painting this guy. So, yeah. He was fun, quite simple, quite easy to do. Bit of dry brushing, bit of contrast. But I think he turned out great. I really like him. So, yes. Yes. He's a big boy as well. Those dragons don't mess around. You're a dragon, Harry. I love the new Soulblight Gravelords models. Makes me want to start a new AOS army. Didn't think about square-based. Always about square-based. Always. I'll learn yous. Yeah, so that, and that. And then we're going to do the banner. So we're going to do 21, 22. Banner's so sexy. $22 and $21. Dun, 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 dun. And then 19. That was 19. Yeah, I'll be doing more of the new Soulblight Gravelords converted for Old World in the near future. That's about all I can say about that right now. Just know that there's more coming. So yeah. Just starting the on my big mech. Question is, do I paint his armor bits Cadian green like the others with dark red like he's a mech doc of the mech? I think the red would suit him better. Because you basically tell the whole story of your army fought, you know, Acadian force or whatever, and got crumped. So obviously they thought the Acadian way of fighting was slightly superior, so they've adopted a bunch of it. There's a flipping pen. Flipping. What are you struggling to paint? Oh, well, you're not allowed to talk about it. Do. Okay, we are now ready to assemble the banner. Something large, nice. Let's get this gluing on. Let's make it work. We shall glue here and here and here and here and here. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's do this bit next. So it has a wee chance to dry before I try and stick it on a model. That's the wrong way around, you buffoon. Oh my. If I ever need something to stick really fast, like a banner, which I know is going to sink, I use Super Glue. The immediate hold tends to work out better for me. That's not right. That's not lining up the way I want it to at all. What's going on there? He's even holding the banner like aloft, not on the ground. Crazy undead strength. Ah, the music has died because it was only an hour long. Whoops-a-daisies. Shall we move on to the next one? Boom. And this is once again that whole concept of playing around with the how they rank up. So now I've got this banner bearer to figure out how he's going to work. Obviously he does sit quite well next to the champion, but I want him like front on, because if I have the skeleton front on, the banner's to the side, which is obviously going to be a nightmare for the model that's supposed to stand here. So I can go like this, which has the banner more front facing. The skeleton is still looking in the right direction. Yeah, that seems to be the footprint that I want. So let's do that again. Yes. Hit the microphone, I'm sorry. That's probably pretty loud too, right? Oh. And if I just build the musician, and then I just can build great swords for the rest. So what musician is there? Whoops the daisies. Clumsy me. A drum. Drums in the deep. Alright, fine. We shall build a drum. You need to get out of my way now. So you are 24, 23 and 24. 23 and 24. Boom, ba-dum, 23. I was 24. 23. And then any one of the cool headdressy pieces. So we'll go for 25. I think that makes the most sense. And then we need 30 for his wee little drumstick. Cracking open the can was about 3 times louder than knocking the mic. Nice. Send whips. You are happier with it. I want to see how you're doing. I don't think she's allowed to put her down whips. Oh, just to you. Yeah. 32 and 33 for the magical drum. Drums in the deep. $31, $32, $33. $33. This will make up this new beautiful base. Everyone's gone dead quiet now. They must be so totally engrossed in whatever hobby they're doing. Aye. Working on the troll hag. What a model. Quite an intensive model, but what a model. Okay, so you want this piece first, and then that goes on to this piece first. That doesn't make any sense. Surely it should go onto this piece first. Oh God. Painting some Irish cavalry who got a bit carried away in their first battle and took 40% losses. Whoopsies. Yeah, I tried something new on her and I hate it. I need a new one now. Ooh. That old doozy. Yeah, just persevere, buddy. You got this. I have faith in you. You'll make it look awesome. Okay, now we have the musician who can stand quite comfortably. But actually we want the banner. See, he doesn't fit right next to the banner. So he'll have to stand here, which works out well. Although in old world banners are supposed to stand in the middle of units, so I don't know. Yeah, you jerk. Looking up from my terrain and I saw you with plastic glue brush. And my first thought was, is he painting his nails now? What the hell? Yeah, it's the Tamiya extra thin cement with the brush applicator. Great stuff. Great stuff altogether. No, my perfect nails just happen by themselves. What are you talking about? Yes. Okay, so now that I have the command squad banged out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish building the ones that are on this sprue, which will be 2 more dudes. And then when I build the other 3, I'm going to build them 3 at a time, if that makes sense. I'm going to cut all the same components from the 3 sprues to mix and match. And then, yeah, it should look good. So now I just need to figure out where the destructions are for the other lads. So there's that one. Are you 35, 34? Are you yes, you are. Sure, we'll build you lads first. So 34. $35. And then we need 38 and 37 for his weapon. We'll build the last 2 together, or these last 2 for the front rank together. 37, where's his arm? His arm was 38. 38. Why is 38? There we go. And then the other one was 41, 42. This is the kind of army that I could see myself like slap chopping. You know what I mean? Obviously, so much detail in these new models. They're beautiful. An old world, I think, is definitely a game system where slap chop is going to work, because you have so much basic infantry to do. Just getting them done fast would be a really nice idea. And then the rest of the models you can spend a little bit more time on, make them look awesome. Yeah, I think the positioning will be okay when I... We'll see. One of these guys has to stand next to the banner, so we'll see how it is after that. Obviously, you could reposition the banner if you want to. Sure, that'd be no bother. It would be a good army to try Streak and Grime with if you wanted to try something new. Yeah, I know. I really do need to try that properly. Like I would really like to try it properly. It'd be so cool. Learn that technique and get some stuff like this bashed out with it. Army painter dip wash all the way. Not sure about that one. Actually, if there's ever an army for villainous inks, me and Laura saw the villainous inks at the Artist Opus booth at Salute, but I've never even seen or heard of them before. They grabbed her attention though. She took a picture of them. She wants to get them. I don't know much about them at all. What's with the villainous ink? Why would you see Undead and be like, villainous inks? What's their specialty? Anybody tried this stuff called Noosh? Saw it on Ian's Battle video. You tried to dip a skeleton army before, don't do it again. That was a bad time. I washed my third vampire army back in the day and it looked way too dirty even for... Yeah, I know. Very different experience to using oils. Very different experience. I like the villainous inks and they look great, but conclusion I came to was they should try basic Streak and Grime first, then villainous inks are the next step if you really want to get deep. And is it the same idea? You apply a coat of the inks and you try and wipe it off. They are more complicated / temperamental. That doesn't sound very mediocre-esque to me. Okay, ranking up these great weapons might be absolutely horrible. Seeing the first two built, and they're all in like low poses. That wasn't supposed to fall off. Take two. Okay, we can make these work. So this one can sit next to the banner because he's like front facing, and it just works. Yep, that works. No contact with the banner. Still looking forward and ready for a fight. And then this guy is even more, because he's directly to the right, which means he could work for like the entire right hand column of models, but that would look weird and crappy, and I don't really want that. So we'll go on the front right or front left, depending on which way you're looking at the unit. Stay, you sack of wine. And I only wanted 3 ranks of 7 as well, which means there'll be an extra one looking that way, even if I did decide to use them all down that side. Villainous inks are enamels, just like streaking grime. They just specific colors, etc. I did my Romans with a pot of basic streaking grime, AK or MIG, and I'd start there. I actually have. I didn't even realize it, but like I bought a set of random like engine pigments. So like I got track rust, and I got engine oil, dark steel pigments, city dirt, track wash, and then I didn't realize I actually just have AK streaking grime. I didn't realize it was part of this set. So I have the original one. So I do have a pot of it ready to like give it a go. I just need whatever the other thing you need is. I think I have as well. But come on, carrying Crimson, Decay of Death, Ichor of Damned. It is like they're designed for vampire kills. True. I was just building them all before trying to rank any more up. Nah. Mineral spirits. Yeah, it is just mineral spirits you need. I think I have some of that. So I'm not going to start cutting out any more because, like I said, I'm going via sprue. So this sprue is finished. Don't need these anymore. So for the other 15, it's 3 sprues of 5. So I'm just going to cut them, like, each guy out 3 times. So, yeah. Hello, sir. Seriously, just take an undead model, coat it in that, and rub it. No, you got to put like base coats on first, right? That's how it works, isn't it? The Gin Reaper. Hello, sir. How are you? Preferably odorless mineral spirits. Mineral spirits is a very bad. I don't know what I had. Like I said, I bought the stuff to try and do it one time, but I don't know what I have still. Like, I bought this bottle of mineral spirits, and I never did anything with it, and it's evaporated that much. And it's still sealed, like the safety cap is on. So, I don't know how that... Maybe, I don't know whether all of the, like... Whatever it is inside of it has evaporated. Like, is what's left in this bottle usable? Or would you say, like... Like, let's say it's alcohol. It's not alcohol. You know what I mean? Has the alcohol burned off it now, and it's just... like water now, basically. So far, they've been okay. They're like this. This is the first sprue of 5 dudes. So obviously they're quite intricate, but I think you can make them work. I wish I could hold them down so you could like see the way they look, because they look majestic ranked up. Look at that. Ah, of course, focus on something else now. Looks good, right? So good looking. I meant a painted model, right? Yeah, okay. That's not what you said, though. You said just take an undead model, which I'm currently building, code it in that, and wipe it. Well, thank you for... What is the project tonight? I'm building the new Undead Soulblight Graveyard box set for Old World. So getting all the models and assembling them, making them fit on square bases. Get out of here, you. So, yeah. You were talking to a guy that inhales while super glue. Yeah, sure. Has Andy been drinking the mineral spirits again? I've been sleep drinking it, maybe. From the moment I understood the weakness of me guts, it disgusted me. I craved the strength of bionics. I aspired to the purity of the blessed mechanical. Yo gits called to you fleshy bits, as tough as they will not rain. I can't even read it. It's too orky. One day the crude biomass you call tough will get runty. There's a Big Mac in the Lord Solar book, Leontis, and he has like mechadendrites on him, but the mechadendrites are all leading to other orcs' heads. So he has like 6 or 8 heads around him on bionics, and they all still talk and chat. And that's how he's the boss, because each one of the heads is from a different clan. So like each one just like clatters off orders to the different groups and different gangs and stuff. It's really funny. That looks so good, right? Fun fact, ships' compasses used to use alcohol in the bionicle to stop them freezing. I say used to because they had to move to glycol because people kept drinking it at sea. It was pure ethanol alcohol, didn't stop the sailors. No. It should be fun, but honestly, you only really need it for cleaning brushes. Or if you leave it overnight, varnish, model, streaking grime, then rub it off on it. No need for spirits. I'm going to smell the spirits. I know it sounds like a weird thing to say, but... Okay, there was a little like... Tss, like as if it compressed. It's definitely still pungent. It smells like floor polish. Why does it smell like wood polish? Where's the rest of it gone then? I don't understand. I tell that story and people are like, yeah, was crazy in the age of sail. I'm like, it was 2008 they changed it. Oh no. Yeah, okay, that's rough. Rough. Love the smell of polish and petrol. Petrol's pretty good. You only really need for cleaning brushes, or if you leave it overnight, varnish the model, streak and grind, then rub it after a half an hour. No need for spirit. Are you serious? I've never heard anyone say you don't need mineral spirits to wipe this stuff away. That's a strong, like, declaration. No one has ever said that to me before. And I've watched a lot of videos on it, so... Either you're wrong or they're uninformed. If you polish the polish with petrol... What? Are you polishing the Polish? With petrol? That sounds like a hate crime. Don't do that. Hey Andy, started working on the Death Rattle box as well. How are you liking the model so far? I love them. So far, so bloody good with the ranking and the building and stuff. I'm really enjoying it. They're so cool. Um, in this stream, I only managed to build this guy and 5 of the Barrow Wights and got them ranked up. So I didn't get as much done as I thought I would. I nearly just decided to do this unit. I reckon I could have got all 20 of these guys done if that's all I did on stream. But I'm glad I decided to do this guy and to rebase him. I will just build his base. It's a cool little scenery piece. Do something with it maybe, I don't know. It's cool though. But they would smell so good. Oh no. Guess how you get cancelled, Medusa. Cancelled. Don't need any of that kind of carry on. Not a bit of it. Not a bit of it. I built him as well, and I was honestly an easy model to build. Yeah, it took a while. It took me about an hour. So, I mean, I was yapping to 60, 70 people at the same time. So maybe that was slowing me down just a wee bit. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I keep nearly saying something I shouldn't, but a few days. I thought it was going to be a pain. No models these days aren't really a pain. They seem to be all just fairly decent sculpts. Click together pretty well. Anytime I've had a bad experience, it has been me like putting a piece the wrong way around. And I'm like, this stupid thing doesn't, and it just clicks into place. And you're like, ah. Once again, it was me. Oh my god, Shippo's about to actually put paint onto model. Nah, I don't believe you. I missed the crazy Warhammer Fantasy Battle units like Screaming Bell in between butt ton of rats, or the old Slan Star in Temple Guard. Yeah. Can't stop thinking about a polished Polish bald head now. Why, Ashley? Why? For your information, Andy, not a few days. Check your dates. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I know. It's a good bit off. I'm aware. I've just been building it all. It's what I was doing last night. It looks so good. The thing you're working on, I put that on big square base too. It's going to be awesome. The base size of a slan might be the most annoying the old world thing overall. Yeah, because it's still on a 40 or is it on a 50? It's a big model to put on that. Death Leaper was a pain to build. I didn't find it to be a pain to build. I just loved every second of getting that model done. I'm going to look at that model before we go. I love him so much. Whee! The Death Leaper model is the reason I'm taking this army to Warhammer World. Just because of him. He's never been on a table. And he's going to have a whole cohort of dudes. It's going to be an infiltration army. So it's like the first wave of organisms hitting the planet. Seeing what kind of devastation and ruin they can cause. The fourth Dead Slan was the thing of my childhood nightmares to build. 50mm, but the guard is on 30mm basis. That's just disgusting. Can't wait to see that army all done. That is a hard to rank up. Yeah, I'd probably just like cheat. I'd make a 60mm square base and put the slan on that and tell everyone to go fuck off. Just so he'd rank up with the slan with the temple guard properly. I don't even know if he goes in a unit anymore. They've changed all that. Do you find it harder or easier to not give away info about upcoming products since no longer being a GW employee? I don't find it hard not to. I'm not Tom Holland. I just don't say things. Yeah, I don't think Slang goes in the unit anymore, which is really sad. Why did you give me an eBay link? Don't send me eBay links. I'll buy things. Like immediately. Stupid eBay. Ah, I've got him as well. He's class. There's one of them in my room somewhere. He's horrible. he's great, but he's horrible. Like, I would still to this day reckon I could make the slan and chair look nice, but not those temple guards. Those temple guard are gross. But I've often thought about saving just the slan from that kit and putting him on one of the new hover chairs. And I think he would look really good. Just to clarify, £90, but it's beautiful. Should have just been 50, 60 millimeter. Well, you don't have them. Probably just that's what you don't have. It's true. It's a problem. For you, I gave up on mounting him on a temple guard base. Yeah. Tiernan player, I absolutely love the painting videos he did for Tiernan. Thanks, buddy. Lots of people like those videos. They did really well. Yeah. I enjoy them. I enjoy them a lot. Okay, it is now time to raid. There is 38 people left here on Twitch. If any of you find people on YouTube want to jump across to the Twitch and join the raid, I'd be very grateful. Obviously, no pressure. You do you. But if the 38 people who are still on the Twitch could stick around for a moment and we shall raid somebody. 38 is quite a nice big number. I'll make somebody smile. We are in the top line for miniature painting, which is a really nice thing to see. Let's find somebody working on something cool. Award wing. So this guy is painting. He's painting more vampires. I think that makes about sense. I've got an advertisement. We have apparently rated this person before. Did you ever do a Norn? Of course I did a Norn. Who do you think you're talking to? There he is. Focus on the thing in my hand, not the tray. So yeah, big beastie boy got done. He's quite a bit bigger than the Death Leaper. I have got like 7,000 points of those Tyranids painted, so it's a bit of a problem. Okay, Twitch. Alright, thank you guys so much for hanging with me this fine Tuesday evening, getting a bit of hobby done. Not as much as I would have liked, but we had some good chats. Hope you guys got some hobby done. I hope you will join me again for Thursday's stream. And yeah, you got some hobby done between then and now and then. Yeah, that works. I love you all. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.